What's up, everyone? ODC, it's me here, and be sure to check out BigBoyCollectibles.com for all your action figure needs, whether it's DC Collectibles, Star Wars The Black Series, Marvel Legends, or G.I. Joe. BigBoyCollectibles.com will have it. Yo, Joe!
What's up, everyone? ODC, that's me here. In today's review, we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Director Krennic from Star Wars Rogue One, new movie coming out. So, here he is. He is figure number 27 in the line. And just taking a look at his packaging here. Nice picture of Director Krennic here on the front. Like I said, he is figure number 27. And on the back, we have a nice, actually a pretty decent read-up here of Director Krennic. So if you want to pause and read it, you can. But let's get the packaging out of the way, because the real reason why we're here is all about the figure, right? It's all about the fig. I think he looks really good. I'm assuming a lot of people are probably going to want to pick this guy up, probably multiples of him, seeing as he is an officer, and you're probably going to want to pick him up to possibly even make yourself a custom Thrawn action figure, which I have seen some custom heads out there, but for right now we're talking about Krennic here. I think he looks really good. I really like this Imperial officer look. To note right away, his legs are, I don't know what's going on. This is the second one now, with Darth Revan being a little bit loose in the legs and the feet. He's not so loose in the feet, but he's really loose in the hip. I can't stand that when I get a new figure and he's all wobbling and I got to worry about him falling over all the time. I can't deal with that shit. So the other thing that to me is a knock against this figure, and I'll explain exactly why. This cape, I feel like, should have been cloth. And a lot of people that hate cloth capes will fight me tooth and nail that no, it takes away from the sculpting and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I understand that there's sculpting on here, and I know that there's like, it looks almost like a pocket right there on the side, and then we have some beautiful sculpting right here going with the seam lines going throughout, some texturing going throughout this, just like Phasma's cape. But if Darth Revan got a cape, if Obi-Wan Kenobi got a cloth cape, if Darth Vader got a cloth cape, if Princess Leia got a cloth dress / hood, why couldn't he get a white cloth cape? I just feel like the budget wouldn't have been too much more for a cloth cape. And some people actually prefer this, but I don't know. I think it makes the figure look a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say cheap, but you put him in here and it does stay in position the way you want it to. And I guess for aesthetics, it does look nice, but he can't really do much in his cape. As far as posing him with his cape on, good luck. As soon as you try to get an arm up, this thing's going to pop off. It just doesn't look right. It throws the balance of the figure off, and when you pose him, the cape just looks like crap to me. I don't know. I just not a fan of plastic capes. It doesn't work out. Even when it comes to SH Figure Arts, I just don't like plastic capes. They need cloth, I think. As far as his sidearm goes, I'm not sure the technical term for this blaster pistol. Somebody help me out in the comments, please. But it looks good, and it does fit in either hand because he has a trigger finger in each hand, which is fantastic. And I actually think, now correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's a lefty. I think that's why he's got this cross draw, which is very reminiscent of the Old West. Some Old Western gunslingers used to do a cross draw because they were left-handers, and they never made a lefty holsters back then. Not a lot of lefty holsters were around unless they were custom made. But I think it looks really good, and I'm pretty sure that he's a lefty if he's got a cross draw, so that works out beautifully, and the gun sits in there perfect. just like it's supposed to. Very unique design for this guy. I'm really looking forward to get to know Director Krennic, and I would highly recommend you pick up the book Star Wars Catalyst before you see Rogue One. It gives you a little bit better idea of who Director Krennic is and who he's going to be, especially in the upcoming movie. The face sculpt looks really good. I really do like the face sculpt. I think they did a pretty good job. The paints are your typical Hasbro half-assed paints, but for the most part, I think it looks really good. So it's better than some of the others that we've seen in the past. So especially the eyes. The eyes aren't googly, so that's good. Nice sculpting on the chest here with his medals here. Especially on the belt too. The belt is non-removable. It's sculpted right into the chest piece. And that looks really good. It looks like he's got some cooling cells right here, possibly. The pants are actually, this is a new sculpt. A lot of people want to do think that this is just a retooling of General Hux, but it is not. I assure you, I've actually compared the two. I don't have a General Hux here right away. He's still packed away, but I assure you, I promise you, I no bullshit you, this is a new sculpt. Especially with the chest piece. Even the pants are a new sculpt. So the boots are different as well, especially because of these buckles right here up top, and the boots actually come up higher than Hux's boots. So that is something to point out. As far as articulation goes, his head can look up, can also look down, can look full 360 rotation if you need it to. Does have the head tilt, which is really cool. Oh yeah, you best believe we got some jive turkeys up in here. Arms go up, they go down. Full 360 rotation. Single bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. A hinge going back and forth on the wrists on both of them. So no up and down, back and forth on both. He does have the waist, he does have a waist swivel here, but it's kind of on a ball peg joint. So don't try and crunch too much far forward and back, and don't force it because you might snap the ball peg that's in there in the center of the chest. So there you go. He can't really tilt side to side, but he can twist. And the legs go forward. He does have this cut joint right here, so it's not too hindered, and it's actually a cut joint on both sides, which is really good. So it's not too hindered. It is a little bit more so hindered on this side due to the holster kind of pushing the leg down, but it's not too bad on this side. As you can see, the legs go up further, much further on that side. The legs also go out. Not the best with splits, but I mean, he's not going to be doing any any kung fu moves anytime soon. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ankle hinge, which actually does go up and points the toe nicely. Does have an ankle pivot, 2 peg holes at the bottom of feet, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this figure I think would be so much better if it had a cloth cape. I think the cloth cape would make it look supremely better. Supremely better. That's just my opinion, though. I'm sure other people just prefer the plastic. For me, it just, I don't know. I think the cloth would have made this thing so much easier to pose. Better poses in general. You could even, if you had cloth, you could even swing the cape over to the side a little bit so you could have him really point his gun with his beautiful, nice cloth cape on. I mean, I guess you could do it with this, but it still looks weird because you got this gapping issue right here, and there's nothing really connecting here. I don't know. It just looks funky to me. It's just a personal preference thing, so not a big fan of it. As far as size comparisons go, let me just bring in we'll bring in some new troopers. We'll bring in the 2 shore troopers. This is the Walmart exclusive, which I'm going to do that review next. And then we have our hover tank pilot. So there are our new troopers with Director Krennic. I cannot wait for this movie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited for this movie. I've been excited since it was announced that we're going to get a war-type Star Wars movie. This is a standalone film that happens in between Episode 3 and Episode 4, just before the events of Episode 4. So I can't wait. I can't wait to meet all these new characters and learn way more about them, and I'm sure we'll see them more in the comics. Yeah, I can't wait to see this movie. I'm just so excited. So, with that being said, I would definitely give Mr. Orson Krennic here 2 thumbs up. Director Krennic is definitely a must-get if you are a Star Wars fan, or if you are excited about the Rogue One movie. You're definitely going to want to pick him up, especially if you want a, even if you're a customizer and you want to do some Imperial officers, this is the body type that you're going to want to go with. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.